Hi, and welcome to episode 1 of FC Barcelona's season tactical review. Before we get into that, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more Barcelona-related content. In this series we will analyze step by step our season and different tactics that was used, formations and some statistics as well. Today we will start with the goalkeeper and our back four to see how they have been playing under Koeman. Marc has really had a season to forget. His value dropped dramatically and he overall had a poor season. Many say it's because he doesn't have real competition. Take a look at his last 5 appearances where he scored a very low rating for a Barcelona keeper. However, Koeman must take some blame in this. Marc-Andre is ranked 13th in the league for saves, which he only made 28, which is very poor. Thibaut Courtois made 114 saves this season, pitching him in the top 3 of goalkeeper rankings. That's 5 times more saves than Marc-Andre. But let's dive into how Koeman used him. Koeman has somehow lost the Barcelona way. Marc wasn't part of the build-up at all. He mainly had to play the ball into the centre-backs as Koeman didn't want to waste time. If a team pressed with the front 3, Koeman didn't want to form a back 3 with the goalkeeper. Instead he preferred Sergio to drop onto the back line. If the back 3 was closed down, Marc had to find the midfielders, which often led to turnovers in midfield, putting Barcelona in danger. Sergio being deep meant that Barca only had 2 players in midfield, and they were overpowered by the opposition. Our centre-backs mainly received the ball and looked to progress. Sergio dropped off, creating a back 3, where the pivots would go to the edge of the box to form a pentagon. This made the space incredibly big between in midfield because of the build-up, meaning Barcelona was way slower now have so many players back. Memphis was the only one who benefited from this, as a player who followed Frankie would leave space for him. Our centre-backs played countless long balls into the full-backs, making them isolated at that. Instead of pulling them out of position, the centre-backs had to stay high up. This made our build-up play static. In the event when teams played with a front 2, centre-backs progression was impossible as they would have 4 players down the middle. This meant that Sergio had to dribble forward. But it wasn't possible, as because of age he could do that for consecutive games. So it had to be Frankie who dropped. And this is where Memphis could benefit by getting in behind. When our free 8s would drop, the centre-backs usually would follow, which allowed him space to get in behind. Barca's fullback were really hard to read under Koeman. We couldn't tell if they were attacking our defensive. They would build in backline form along with Sergio at the back. But we know that Jordi Alba was the preferred fullback to venture forward, whereas the others stayed back, but with no particular role. You couldn't say if he had to attack or defend or even invert as a midfielder. That's the confusion that there were in the beginning of the season. Serginho Dest often found himself all over the place, taking up unnecessary space which could have been used to penetrate the opposition more. He wasn't exactly defensively sound, which meant that if he was caught out of position, Barcelona had trouble. Well, that's it for episode 1 of our season review. Stay tuned for more. In the next episode we will discuss how Koeman used the midfield and the attack. Please subscribe if you haven't, and make sure to like and comment. Thank you.